Plaintiffs Merville and Sherry Noble say they opened up their home to the defendant and treated her like family when she had nowhere to go. However, Sherry claims the defendant moved out without notice to go live with her 40-year-old boyfriend. And they're suing her today for unpaid rent, food, and the cost to do laundry. Defendant Cora Lowe says she and Sherry were good friends, and she often helped Sherry with her teenage son. Cora claims the reason she moved out is because Sherry confided in her that Merville was an alcoholic who abused Sherry as a child. And since Cora was also abused as a child, she feared for her safety.
Let's start with you all.
My father and I opened our home up to the defendant when she had no other place to go. We treated her just like she was one of our own family members, only for her to pick up one night to go stay with her 40-plus-year-old boyfriend that she had on the side for the last 2 years. The following day, she stated she was moving out.
On the side, what does that mean?
Well, before she moved in with my father, she was living with his son, her boyfriend, whatever you want to call him. He's 40-some years old. She was living with the son, but...
She was seeing...
the father and living with the son.
Seeing the son as well.
Be as you may. The son also had a girlfriend who was pregnant on the side, and the father... Yes, and the father tried to hide her from his ex. She had a restraining order because his ex and her got into a little tiff.
Your Honor, that's not true.
All right. So why did she move with you all?
Because she was being evicted out of the trailer that she was living in Batavia.
All right.
I wasn't being evicted.
You tell me, how do you end up living with them?
We ended up deciding to move out due to the fact that the landlord wasn't taking care of the trailer we were living in, and there was a propane leak in it.
Okay, if there's a propane gas leak, seems like you would be running out.
Yeah, there was no eviction.
Go ahead, what else you want me to know?
Approximately 2 years ago in 2006, Cora and I worked for the same home health care agency and took care of the same client, and that is how I got to know her. Over the course of 2 years, we went to dinner together, movies, went to the casino, played bingo. In March of 2008, Cora came to me and said that she had to move out of the trailer. She was being evicted and had nowhere to go. And my father, out of the kindness of his heart, had an extra room.
In his home?
Yes, which is next door to me. The reason I'm standing here today is because 2 years ago when my father moved next door to me, I took over his financial. I helped him with all his bills and everything. We sat down and we spoke with Cora about everything. She agreed to pay $75 a week. She agreed to pay for her own laundry, and she agreed to pay for her own groceries. I have a contract.
All right,
I
let's
wrote
see
out
it.
a contract.
All right, young lady, you want to speak?
I had met Sherry at work back in 2006. We became very close, did a lot of things together. I even helped her with her troubled teenage son.
May I stop her for a minute, please?
What's that?
Everybody has a downfall in life, but my troubled teenage son has now graduated as a straight-A student.
Wow,
and he
good.
is doing wonderful.
Excellent.
And it
good.
should not have, that has nothing to do with
Did
this
you know
case.
that?
No, I haven't talked to her since
What?
I moved out.
Well, that's right. You've been running for this money you owe. Yeah. Let's get back to this money that you owe.
So I asked her
You
to...
the one troubled today.
I asked her to...
About her troubled son. Go ahead.
Moved in.
What was the agreement?
The agreement was that I would pay $75 a week and buy my own things. And everything seemed to be going well for like the first couple weeks or so. And then Sherry started telling me how her father was abusive when she was younger, when he was drinking and stuff.
I would like to stop her on that one.
Once again?
We did discuss how my father was an alcoholic, but I will state for the record, he has been a clean, recovering alcoholic for the last 16 and a half years.
Good. Did you know that?
And...
Did you know that part?
And also...
And he wasn't too much of an alcoholic to allow you to move in. You moved in his house, didn't
And
you?
also, my father was a wonderful father and a wonderful provider.
What else?
And when I was still living there, he was drinking when I was there.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
What does this have to
not.
do with
Yes, he was.
anything, ma'am?
Absolutely not.
Your Honor,
Yes,
may
sir.
I speak, sir?
Sure.
I haven't drank since 1990.
That's a long time, too. Yeah, that's a long time. Good to hear that. You want to speak? State your name.
Donald Myers.
What do you want to tell me?
Yeah, she's been living with us since she came back. And
Okay.
between girlfriend and her, there was little incidents.
Between your girlfriend and her?
Yeah.
Okay. Your girlfriend's still there with you?
Oh, yeah.
All right. You all getting along now?
We're getting along perfect.
Good. All right. And the reason I was kind of chastising you a little bit because you went after these folks' personal lives, unless that has something to do with you moving. Did their personal lifestyle have something to do with you moving?
Actually, yes, it did.
How?
As a child growing up, I was abused sexually and physically.
Sorry to
and
hear
after
that.
Sherry had told me about her father and his past, I started getting scared.
She says that's why she moved, because she was fearful.
No.
What
the
do you
reason
say
she
happened?
moved is, I would like to back this up. She moved in on March 9th. It was a Sunday. We signed the contract that night. She gave me $100 towards the first week's rent. On March 14th, that Friday, she gave me another $50.
Did she pay any more after that?
No, on March 21st, the Friday, I asked her for the rent.
When did she move?
She finally up and left on the 11th, called on the 15th.
Of April?
Yes.
Why?
Well, that night she took off with that 40-plus-year-old man, came back the following morning from work, packed up. We noticed her things in the bedroom, all packed up, did not call us until the 15th to come remove her stuff. So she did not even give a 4-day notice, when the contract states a 1-week notice.
And you're suing her for which weeks?
March 21st, March 28th, April 4th, and April 11th, and I'm being nice and not charging her for the weeks that she should.
Ma'am, how do you want to respond? They say that you owe from March 21st through April 11th.
Your Honor, I gave Sherry $75 on the 21st right in front of her daughter because she asked her daughter if she had the rent money that she owed. That morning.
Last time you paid was March 21st?
No. Well, I loaned Sherry money.
Absolutely
No,
not.
we're not talking about loan.
Absolutely
When is the last
not.
time you paid rent before moving?
I all the way paid up. I don't owe them any rent.
Okay. Then why were you about to switch over and talk about a loan?
Because I gave Sherry
When I asked you
75.
about paying all the way through, you said, I gave her a loan, as if to say I didn't pay all my rent. Instead, I loaned her money.
Because the week that I was short, I only had $75 on me, and Sherry asked to borrow money from me, and that was all I had. And she had said I would put it in on the
Absolutely
on
For
that
what?
Friday.
For what?
She needed to borrow money from me, and she said that she would put it in that Friday.
Which Friday?
The following Friday, which would have been the 24th.
What's confusing to me is why would you loan her money when you owed her money?
Because it was
Doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't make sense how a loan would even come up in the conversation.
well, I paid
Sounds
from
like
it.
she would say, instead of saying loan me some money, she would say, where's my money? And you would say, instead of let me loan you $75, let me pay you the $75 I owe you. You get me?
I understand what you're saying, but I paid her on the 21st, and then she borrowed money from me on the 25th, and on that Friday the 28th, she was supposed to put it in her father's account for rent.
Did you speak with her father about it?
No.
Why? Why wouldn't you tell her father, sir, your daughter was supposed to put it in your account? Instead, you didn't say anything, did you?
No, I didn't.
Why? You just felt you'd wait to get sued?
Because
Because that's a good explanation.
No.
That's a very good explanation. The daughter tells you, I'm going to put this money you've given me for rent into my father's account. She wouldn't pay her father on your behalf?
I don't know.
Your Honor,
So you don't know how you were paying rent to him?
All I
I
know
gave
is
her
I was
written
Hold
raising
on.
her.
You don't know how he was getting your rent?
No, I don't.
And do you say she paid you?
No.
No.
All right, so you certainly owe him because, as you said, you don't know whether you paid him. He knows for sure you didn't pay him. Let that be a lesson to you. When the landlord says, I'm going to sue you for my money, I'm going to take you to Judge Mathis. You say to the landlord, landlord, I paid you your money. Landlord, would you speak with your daughter about it before you take me to Judge Mathis? You follow me?
Yes.
You gonna do that next time?
Yes. Can I say something?
Yes.
The lawsuit or nothing got filed until after I filed the police report stating my laptop's gone, and I have the original court papers from the Batavia of when court was supposed to be and when the papers were actually filed.
And that's your counterclaim. Unpaid
Yes.
loan and unreturned property. Let me see what papers you have. Now explain to me how she or both of them owe for the loan and the property.
When I came on April 15th to move my stuff out, I had asked Sherry where my laptop was, and she had said it was in a box, but she didn't know what box. I said, I looked through everything, it's not there, and she goes, it's not here, it has to be there.
Your Honor, may I speak, please?
Yes.
When she did move out, the only thing that was found in her room was a Verizon cell phone, which I turned over to a deputy butler, and he also searched both homes for that laptop.
Who did?
Deputy butler.
Is this true?
Yes.
You had her home searched, his and hers?
Yes, Officer Butler did search both of them.
So what do you think happened? Why do you think the police officers couldn't find the laptop?
I have a feeling that it was pawned off.
The loan. Tell me about the loan you allege they owe.
I had loaned Sherry $75.
Ma'am, did you receive $75 from her?
Absolutely not. I have a good job. I own my own home. I
Why
have
did
children.
she tell you she needed to borrow it?
Because that was her off week. She didn't get paid that week and she was short.
On my off week, if I ever am short, which very rarely, I ask my father. My
Right,
father
that's what I was
helps.
about to say. It sounds
My
like to
father
me you
helps.
could borrow from your
Oh,
dad.
yes,
Yep.
definitely.
Yeah, ma'am, you haven't convinced me of your counterclaim. Your testimony has been sketchy. So judgment for the father, plaintiff number 1 for Merville Nobles, and your counterclaim is dismissed, ma'am. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.